Okay, ακούγομαι. Τέλεια. Λοιπόν, επιστρέφουμε εδώ λίγο στο live streaming. Έχουμε μαζί μας τον George Bernard, ο οποίος είναι Global Marketing Director του Firefox OS. John, how do you find the event so far?
So, thank you. We've done, working for Mozilla, we do a lot of hackathons, a lot of events where we get the developer community together. And honestly, I think this is the best event I've ever seen us work in partnership with an operator in a country. This is truly the best event I've seen of this type, and I mean that.
She's now going to translate my questions. This was the only question in English. Okay, now it's going to be in Greek. Λοιπόν, το τομέα της κινητής τηλεφωνίας πάνω από 10 χρόνια και ήθελα να σε ρωτήσω πώς είναι να δουλεύεις πλέον από το software, πιο πολύ τώρα πλέον στο hardware.
I know that you've been working...
Να δουλεύεις πάνω στο software από το hardware.
I know that you've been working with mobile phones for more than 10 years now. So I would like to ask you how it feels like to work from
hardware to software.
From hardware to software.
So, thank you. So I think the biggest difference is when you work for a hardware manufacturer, you have one company, be it LG, Sony or Nokia, and many operators to work alongside. Working with the operating system, you're really at the center of the mobile phone world, talking to almost all of the hardware manufacturers. There are one or two we don't talk to. You may have heard of Apple. And all the operating systems, all of the operators, the carriers, we tend to work with them, we're talking to and have an interest in Firefox OS. So it's different mostly in you're really talking to everybody within the mobile phone ecosystem.
Θα ήθελα αν μπορείς να μας κάνεις μία σύγκριση της ελληνικής αγοράς, όπως τη βιώνεις και τη ζεις τώρα κι εσύ με τη συνεργασία που έχετε και με την Κοσμοτέ, σε σχέση με τις άλλες αγορές.
Could you please give us a comparison between the Greek market as you are experiencing it right now through your cooperation with Cosmote and other markets you are familiar with?
Sure. So the Greek market is much more prepay. It's very much a market that we see as ideal for Firefox OS. There are lots of feature phone users in Greece who are going to be upgrading to their first smartphone experience. So this is similar to many markets where Firefox OS has launched and is obviously quite different to North America where you may have a higher smartphone penetration. So for us it's a perfect market for Mozilla and Firefox OS, and there are many potential smartphone users who we will be targeting. So that's really the main difference with the Greek market. And working with Cosmote, to answer the second part of your question, has been a great relationship. They've really jumped onto Firefox OS. They've had interest for many months, and really today is the culmination of many months' hard work. So it's really great. They're a very forward-thinking partner.
The Cosmote guys, okay? Και μια τελευταία ερώτηση για τον Τζον. Αν μπορεί να μας κάνει μια σύγκριση του λειτουργικού, του Firefox OS, σε σχέση με άλλα λειτουργικά, με άλλα operating systems.
And the last question, can you give us a comparison between the operating system, Firefox OS, and other operating systems?
Yeah, sure. So one of the interesting things about Firefox OS is the actual code for Firefox OS has been made not just from Mozilla, but also in conjunction with other operators. So other operators have contributed to the code that goes into the handset. We're really focusing on local apps, the local app ecosystem, which is why we're here today, and everyone's busy working to create some really good local apps. They're really the main differences we find with Firefox OS and other operating systems. We're open, we're a non-profit as Mozilla, so we're not here to try and monetize or make money from the end user or from the customers. And we're also, as Mozilla, seen as the friends of the developer. We're very developer friendly. We write in HTML5, so because that's the language of the web, it's quite different to other operating systems out there. So there are quite a few differences, many of which we think are beneficial to the end users, to the operators, and to, of course, the developer community.
Okay, Bernard, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure meeting you and talking to you. Thanks a lot.
Cool. It's because of you. You were excellent.
Okay, το ξέρετε τώρα πλέον. Θα επιστρέψουμε σε λίγο με καινούργια συνέντευξη.
about what men may say. When in 5 years none of our people have died, and there's never been a casket rolled through people's temples. When 24 times in this year, and the year's not out, they've brought the dead in the doors, and they've gone out alive. When they've dropped dead in their seats, they've been resurrected. I'm not bothering about what you have to say. I'm not bothering about your opinion. I'm living in the actual conscious presence of all
Ακούγομαι. Ωραία. Λοιπόν, παίζουμε. Να είμαστε πάλι εδώ, στο live stream. Τώρα. Όχι. Οκ. Ξεκινάμε. Τέλεια. Λοιπόν, επιστρέψαμε στο Athens AppDays 2013. Είμαστε εδώ. Οι developers δουλεύουν πυρετοδός, κάνουν το hacking το σωστό. Και έχουμε δίπλα μας έναν Έλληνα αυτή τη φορά, τον Παναγιώτη τον Αστήθα, ο οποίος είναι Firefox Engineer. Σωστά. Παναγιώτη, πώς βλέπεις την εκδήλωση μέχρι στιγμής?
Okay, we are back to the live streaming. I can see that the developers are working feverishly. And we have here with us Mr. Panagiotis Astithas. He is a software developer, Firefox developer.
I think that this is one of the best possible events so far, and the location was great, and I think some teams are actually doing quite a great job, and I'm really excited to see what they come up with in the end.
Θα ήθελα να μας πεις, σαν engineer που είσαι, να μας πεις λίγα πράγματα για την πλατφόρμα, για την Firefox OS και ποιες είναι οι τεχνολογίες που χρησιμοποιεί και τι την ξεχωρίζει ενδεχομένως από τις υπόλοιπες πλατφόρμες.
As an engineer that you are, could you please tell us a few things about the platform, the Firefox OS, and what are the technologies that it uses?
So basically, Firefox OS is a three-layer stack. It's on the bottom, it's the Linux kernel, the same drivers used for the Android operating system. And above that, it's the Gecko rendering engine, basically Firefox as we know it from the desktop, but slimmed down to the bare minimum that needs to run on a mobile device. And on top of that, it's the UI, which is we call Gaia, and it's based on open web technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And that's all that actually powers the phone that you have in front of you. And the applications that it can run are all written in web technologies, the same thing that you can run on your desktop, and it's marvelously simple to create and really easy to write with the kind of tooling that we have provided.
Μιας και αναφέρεις τα εργαλεία, θα ήθελες να μας μιλήσεις τι εργαλεία ακριβώς μπορούν να χρησιμοποιήσουν οι developers, είναι διαθέσιμα δηλαδή για εκείνους?
Since you mentioned the tools, could you please tell us what kind of tools are available for the developers?
So tools come in actually two different flavors, if you want me to sort of drill down in them. And the first part is the traditional tooling for creating web applications. It's stuff like editing your markup, your style sheets, or debugging your JavaScript and stuff like that. But beyond that, we have also some mobile-specific tools that allow you to see how your application would appear on different device in various screen sizes, how would handle device-specific events like touch or stuff like that. And since we're trying to create a new platform for mobile devices, we're trying to sort of differentiate in some of the available tools to make sure that developers have an easy way to create applications for the platform. So for instance, we have created a WebGL toolset that allows you to create games and 3D, intense 3D applications with live editing capabilities, and that you can try all that in your browser because, as I said before, the browser stack is the same as the stack on the phone, so you can actually reuse all your existing hard-won knowledge and experience.
Έτσι όπως το αντιλαμβάνομαι εγώ, επειδή είχαμε και μια κουβέντα πριν μαζί, είναι ότι επαναπροσδιορίζεται λίγο τον τρόπο με τον οποίο οι developers μπορούν να φτιάξουν εφαρμογές. Έτσι όπως το αντιλαμβάνομαι είναι σαν να φέρνετε μια τεχνολογία που υπάρχει στο διαδίκτυο και μέσα από τους browser, το πώς αποτυπώνει και το πώς εκτελεί κάποιες εντολές στο browser και τις φέρνετε σε μια πλατφόρμα η οποία έχει να κάνει με κινητά. Σωστά?
The way I see it, if I remember well what we were discussing before, you are trying to redefine the environment. So you are providing a new way for developing applications, and you are using technologies, browser technologies, that reflect and execute the programs.
So you could say that our ultimate goal is to make it so that someone who's an experienced web developer can have zero trouble trying to create a mobile app, which is not the case currently because the existing mobile stacks are in a fragmented space, and they will use either fringe languages like Objective-C or more different stacks like Androids or Windows Phone. So if you are a web developer or if you're a small software shop, then the amount of energy and investment you have to create to make a mobile application that runs across all the available platforms is tremendous. And this is basically something that nobody can do except from the big organizations out there. So what we're trying to do, in a sense, is to democratize the software development industry, if you will. And it's part of our mission as a non-profit foundation to care for those kinds of developers. And we're quite excited by what we've done so far, and we'll have a lot of things to do in the future.
Χαίρομαι που κρατάτε το mentality, που μεταφέρετε το mentality ουσιαστικά αυτό που χρησιμοποιεί χρόνια, που κάνει χρόνια η Mozilla και το μεταφέρετε και σε άλλες πλατφόρμες. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ που ήσασταν σήμερα εδώ μαζί μας.
I'm glad that you're keeping the mentality that Mozilla has been using for many years. Thank you very much for being here.
Λοιπόν, μικρό διάλειμμα και επιστρέφουμε. Ναι, βεβαίως χειροκρότημα, βεβαίως χειροκρότημα. Ναι. Μπράβο. Okay. Επιστρέφουμε σε λίγο.
This is the one.
just how I am made.
Επιστρέψαμε εδώ στο live stream. Μια πολύ ενδιαφέρουσα συνέντευξη με τον Frederick Harper ακολουθεί. Είναι Senior Technical Evangelist της Mozilla. Θα μιλήσουμε για λίγο πιο τεχνικά θέματα. Hello, Frederick. Nice to see you again. You had a very nice speech earlier. Θα ρωτάω στα ελληνικά και θα μεταφράζουμε στα αγγλικά. Ξεκίνησες ως developer και έχεις αφιερώσει αρκετά χρόνια στην διάδοση του ανοιχτού κώδικα, του open source όπως λέμε. Θα μπορούσες να πεις ότι η συνεργασία σου αυτή ως evangelist της Mozilla πλέον είναι σαν να επέστρεψες στο σπίτι σου?
Okay, welcome back. We're here with Fred Harper, a senior technical advisor with Mozilla. So, Fred, your work as a developer you have been doing this work for many years. You have been disseminating open source. Now that you're with Mozilla, do you feel that you have come back home?
Actually, I think that all over the years, I was playing with open source, I was contributing, I was helping the movement to go further. So definitely Mozilla is the place to go. It's the company, the organization to work with when it comes to open source. So I'm really glad to be at Mozilla because the movement, the mission of Mozilla is really to open the web to more people, and this is part of my own philosophy.
Η Apple έχει το Xcode, η Google έχει το Eclipse. Η Mozilla είναι στα σχέδιά της να δημιουργήσει ένα πιο ολοκληρωμένο εργαλείο, ας το πούμε, με πιο συγκεκριμένες βιβλιοθήκες για τους χρήστες.
Apple has Xcode and Google has Eclipse. Is it in your plans in Mozilla to create a more integrated tool with the libraries for the users?
Actually, I totally understand the question, and I can speak for the futures. I don't know if we're building an IDE, but what is great, and I really think that this is the beauty of the web, is that you can use whatever tools that make sense for you. If you're comfortable about using the Chrome tools, go for it. If you prefer to use the web developer tools inside of Firefox, those are amazing tools that really help you to debug, to create your application. And we're starting to have something really great, the Scratchpad, so you can basically create your application also inside of Firefox. So I would say maybe, maybe not, I don't know, but use the tool that makes sense for you and use it on the platform that makes sense for you.
This was a question from your name? Aristotelis is a developer, so this was his question. Επόμενη με ερώτηση είναι, τι βρίσκεις πιο συναρπαστικό σε αυτή την καινούργια πλατφόρμα, την Firefox OS? Τι είναι αυτό που σε συναρπάζει περισσότερο να δουλεύεις πάνω σε αυτή?
My next question has to do with what you are finding most exciting in this new platform, the Firefox OS.
This is a good question because everything about the platform excited me. I've been a web guy for years, a mobile guy for years, and what I really like about Firefox OS is that this is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript platform. So you use the technology you know, the web technology, HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript. I'm going to say it again, again, and again. You don't have to use a new programming language. As I said, you can use the IDE you want, and this is really a great opportunity to give access to the web to more people, to give really great smartphone devices to people that are using feature phone or that cannot afford those really high-end devices. And there's a lot of great performance with those phones, a really great OS. And again, of course, from the developer point of view, I will say it again, 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 and again. HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, those are really great languages that you can use day-to-day to build your application. Actually, I'm saying Firefox OS apps, but for me, those are web applications. So just take the application that are working on the desktop, and that's going to work on Firefox OS phone.
Okay, και μια τελευταία ερώτηση. Αν μπορούσε να μοιραστεί μαζί μας το πλάνο για την πλατφόρμα, δηλαδή πώς βλέπουν οι άνθρωποι της Mozilla, πώς θα θέλουν να δουν την πλατφόρμα τους να εξελίσσεται και πού θέλουν να φτάσει.
Okay, could you share with us your plans for the platform? How do the people of Mozilla see the platform evolve?
Actually, I would say that Firefox OS, this is still new. This is still a new platform. So we're going to have more feature to the OS. We also going to have, for developers, more web API to give more access to the hardware, to give more API to the users and to developers to really create good stuff. Now, they're mostly available on smartphones. So we had some people in Mozilla that started to see how that could work on tablets too. So I would say that probably tablet's going to be one of the next things that's going to come after the smartphone. And on a personal point of view, what I really would like to see with Firefox OS is a bigger adoption. There is always a lot of excitement right now since we launched the first Firefox OS phones. But I want to see more people understand why there's Firefox OS, how they can be involved as contributor, either with the code or by creating application, and how they can give access to the web to more people. So it's not just about Firefox OS, it's really about giving access to more people to the web today.
Φρέντερικ, σε ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ. Καλή διαμονή, καλή συνέχεια εδώ στην Ελλάδα και να είσαι καλά.
Thank you very much, Fred. Have a nice stay here in Athens and Greece.
Thank you. Τα γνωστά. Συνεχίζουμε. Βεβαίως, χειροκρότημα για τον Φρέντερικ, βεβαίως. Επιστρέφουμε σε λίγο.
Present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving.